My worst fear is the damage will be so huge that we won't be able to rebuild. Since the beginning of the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Russia has committed a huge number of crimes. This includes not only the genocide of the Ukrainian people, violation of the rules of civilized war, but also ecocide, the consequences of which we will be correcting for many years, even after our victory. War mercilessly destroys all nature. Air, water, land, plants, and animals suffer. Today we can see the consequences of the terrible disaster, which affect not only a huge part of Ukraine, but also Europe. As a result of Russian strikes on oil depots, warehouses, and other critical infrastructure, more than 680,000 tons of oil products were burned, polluting the air with hazardous substances. In addition, more than 38,000 tons of emissions from the combustion of Russian equipment were released into the air, and more than 352,000 tons of waste was generated, polluting not only the air but also the ground. In total, emissions from forest fires, burning oil products, and industrial facilities have already exceeded 67 million tons. Large areas of southern and eastern Ukraine remain under the threat of large fires, and this threat is only growing in the summer. The air is also polluted by chemicals released during the explosion of bombs and missiles. Their fragments falling into the ground poison it and the groundwater.
People kill the soil, soil kills the people. The destruction of the epigenetic layer of the foundation which was formed over the course of centuries occurs due to the explosion to rockets, artillery, shells of various types, high-exploding aerial bombs, drones, shells of vertical types, vacuum bulb and others. Because over the past 100 years domestics crops have lost about 30% of humans. War accelerated this process. Soil loses their fertility due to changes in their physical, chemical and physico-chemical properties.
In addition to the devastated land, Ukrainian nature is another victim of Russian aggression. Ukraine's geography and climate have endowed it with an amazing wealth of flora and fauna. Its territory accounts for 35% of Europe's biodiversity. This includes 70,000 species of plants and animals, many of which are rare or endemic. Currently, 8 reserves and 10 national nature parks remain under occupation. Among them are the Askania Nova, the Black Sea Biosphere Reserve, and others. The war has covered about 3 million hectares of forest in Ukraine, of which 24,000 have been burned and some of them lost.
Along with the destruction of flora and fauna, the issue of water pollution is becoming more acute. The state of freshwater resources was heading towards very high risk status. The war makes this situation even worse. Shielding of treatment plants, destruction of water pipes and other water infrastructure, and the inability to repair it quickly will affect water quality and quantity. And the next stage in this chain is spread of infectious diseases. If we are talking about the water in the Dnieper River, it has flooded a large area due to the dam breach. We record an excess of tens of thousands times the microbial count, was in excess of 28,000 times for certain indicators. Therefore, swimming, fishing, drinking this water and watering cattle is prohibited. If a person bathes in such water, he or she can potentially get sick, said Health Minister Viktor Lashko.
Inclusion of the Black Sea, shelving of the Khersonska Reservoir, loss of irrigation in the Kherson region. There are the consequences of Russian intervention in the Kharkovsky HPP. The Kharkov Reservoir no longer exists. It cannot be restored. This is sabotage on the large planetary scale, and we will continue to study this issue for a long time.
Overall, Russia caused damage to Ukraine's ecosystem of over $54 billion. Russia should pay for these crimes, not only for the destruction of the infrastructure and cities, but also for the damage to the environment.